I'm doing it for my daughter.
Trap Lore Ross. Oh shit, is this the real Trap Lore Ross? Thank you for the 20. Sam, have you have built an amazing and dynamic team. Any advice on sourcing and managing a crew of effective teammates who actually do as they're told without threats of violence? Big love from the fallen UK.
Is that this guy?
There is a...
I mean, finding people's hard, man.
Well, go to Trap Lore, look on YouTube. If this is who I'm thinking of, Trap Lore Ross. Yeah, he does like yeah, that's him. He does the documentaries on
Oh, yeah.
If this is the real account. He makes really good videos. So he could use like a team.
Finding talented people is hard. It's the most challenging aspect has been sort of assembling like-minded folks who are good, you know. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, that's him. Damn, that's crazy. YouTube legend. Bunch of trial and error, probably. Just like...
Yeah, trial and error for sure. There's all kinds of stuff. You can't... signing contracts with people. Like, first of all, this is a whole thing. First of all, if you ever encounter somebody who thinks contractually right off the bat, that's not the worst thing in the world, but it's a red flag for sure. Just because people are retarded. Someone, and here's an example. Someone was telling me recently about his best friend. He was trying to sort of like an airsoft fatty situation where the guy was talented but didn't have his life together.
Yeah.
So he was trying to help his best friend out, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to put together scripts so I can pitch them to this network." And his friend was like, not in an antagonistic way, but he was like, "Oh, cool. Should I contact a lawyer to draw up a contract so you don't steal my stuff?" And he didn't mean it like a way to start shit. He was just asking if that was like the way to do it. Yeah. And there's a ton of people who get like that, right off the bat, thinking that some legal, like people just don't know how shit happens. We had somebody who's like, I'm not going to say what that was, but we had a thing where it was like that, where it was just like a good guy who didn't know any better, but he had been told by somebody that getting like contracts in place and like talking to lawyers was like a thing that you should do. And it's just, first of all, I've never in 10 years or doing this since 2007, I've never sued anybody. I've never been sued, and I just know that if I were to sue somebody or vice versa, it would be just horribly painful, and it would just be about who can endure more pain and nuisance. Yeah. Who can endure more nuisance? There's nothing that you put on a piece of paper that means anything. Like if you had, let's say our contract. First of all, our 45-page contract with the fish tank contestants, where they signed away their life story. Like first of all, I have no idea what it's like to do business in Massachusetts. Okay, I know that if you have any kind of contract in California or New York, and you have like the NDA, for example, like we have an NDA, the first thing John does when he goes on Twitter is like say a bunch of stuff that breaks the NDA. Yeah. Can you imagine the social cost to us if we like pursued legal action against John? Like we would immediately destroy our image and our business by like going after John for breaking the NDA. Yeah. Which, first of all, and the second part is like, if you have an agreement like that in California or New York or any state where it's like you have a chance of having an activist judge or mediator or something, like your mediator is Karen Rainbow from the Gay Jew Coalition, and they would just that stuff. It's not legally binding in the way that you think it is. It doesn't matter how well worded it is or what. It's just such a waste of time. It introduces so much drag in the sense of like friction. And I know that if as soon as that discussion comes up, not with a contestant on a game show, but with like anybody, whatever, it immediately changes the dynamic just a little bit to more transactional, more like being aware of backstabbing. Like, I wonder if he's going to stab me in the back. We've got a contract together. It just doesn't. It's not good. It's not a healthy thing. So, if you're a corporation, or if you're an S corp and you're running an actual business and you have like a vendor, like you have an actual business relationship, then you probably need a contract. But if you're making music and your friend is making music, you don't need a contract. And if you get fucked over, the only thing you can do is just suck it up, be a man, and move on. There's no like anything else is such a huge waste of time. And I've had people take me for mad money. Like I've had people take $10,000 from me and walk away and never talk to me again when they were supposed to be doing something, business related or whatever, creative for that money. And if I had pursued it, it would have ruined me. Yeah. Like if I had tried to track that money down, it would have ruined me. It would have taken 6 months of my life and my focus away from work and just been fucked. What did I even start ranting about this for?
Just finding good people. I mean, that's kind of the fee you
finding
pay
good people,
for finding good people is eliminating bad ones.
Yeah, so you eventually rack up characters around you who you trust and who you know are not who don't look at things necessarily from a transactional point of view. And then if you're doing something kind of wild, then what you need people who are brave enough to weather the storm of hate and woke whatever is coming at you. But if you're doing something normal, you don't necessarily need that. But you just collect people that you trust and try to keep it a reciprocal relationship where they're getting something for what they're giving you, and just keep that going. That's kind of what it's about. But that's a pretty common one. The people who jump to contractual stuff, or like trying to micro. Like, there's also like people counting money they don't have. That fucking drives me crazy when some musician, like, if it's, there are projects that we do that are never gonna, like Tales of Wape is not like a money making. So if someone was doing music for that and they were like, hey, could I get 5% of the royalty, like something like that, where it's like 5% of the, or even a 1%. It's like, okay, now I have to do accounting. If it's a percentage, now I have to do accounting for a project that's making $15,000, like no money. Okay, now I have to set up accounting for this. I have to do a Google spreadsheet. I'll get you that 1%. How often do you want me to PayPal you? Once a week? Like that type of stuff doesn't work.